I don't know if Peter takes this next story just to be like personally offensive or just found it interesting. We'll find out in today's Not So Critical update. He doesn't even know what it is yet. I didn't tell him it's coming. Anyway, here you go, Peter.
Awesome. Okay, what is? I can't read it. What's?
It's the Peter principle. Peter
Is the
Oh.
is the Peter principle really satire?
Yeah, this is amazing. I thought this was a great story. It's not really privacy or security related, but it is a fascinating thing. If you guys aren't familiar with what the Peter Principle is, it's mentioned here as a satirical principle that in any organization, people are generally promoted to the point of incompetence. So you're a junior engineer, you get promoted to senior engineer, and then you get promoted to foreman, I think is the example in the video. And the thing is, you can be a brilliant engineer, methodical and careful and excellent at fixing shit. But when you get made a foreman, actually they're totally different skills. And this sort of weird natural progression to leadership is so often incorrect. So in any large organization, you get promoted to the point of incompetence. You're good, then you're doing something different and you're rubbish. It's only rare people who are actually good
But I agree. I totally agree. So I actually have a personal experience with the Peter Principle with myself. I was promoted actually at my last job. I was promoted to a manager and I didn't do a good job. And I brought that to leadership. And I'm lucky that we had such good leadership that I was like, hey, I want to be an individual contributor again. I don't want to manage. I'm bad at this. I'm good on the level of an IC. Let me move to an IC role. And they did. And it went great. So I totally get it. I think people get promoted for doing a good job or finding themselves in kind of cornered to take a promotion and end up being shit at the new job. And then if they promote again, they're even worse at it. Like it's a terrible, terrible cycle.
And a lot of times because it's kind of the only path to get more money, right? Like, so I'm really good as an engineer. I'm at the top of my team, whatever, and right. I want a raise. Are they just going to give me more money to keep doing the same job that I am now? Or are they going to expect me to do something more to get that? Maybe a small amount, but if I want a big bump, I've either got to change companies or take a promotion. And if I'm at the top of the IC chain, now all of a sudden I have to look at management, which maybe I'm not as good at.
And that's a classic moving pay bands, right? You've capped out on your current pay band at that company. The only way for you to make more money at that same company is to move up into a management role. And now you suck at your job because you were actually never meant to be a manager. That is not you as a person.
This is kind of a false premise, right? Our traditional model of promotions is exactly like we've described. You get promoted to a level you're in leadership. But yes. Sorry.
I was going to say, I think I know where you're going here and I violently disagree, but that's why my reaction. But do
you want me to finish or you just want to disagree first?
I don't
Why don't you disagree first and we'll see where we meet in the middle.
No, I was disagree and then you'll modify what you're going to say.
Your disagreement in advance registered. That was the traditional model. However, we need to have promotion paths based on technical leadership as well as management, not just meeting at the pyramid at the top.
Not just touching tips. Right. I think that my premature ejaculation of disagreement is perhaps still valid, still going, because I'm still disagreeing. I think that there's a lot of companies around these days.
Used up all your energy for it. Now you're
yeah, it's
you got to take a 10-minute.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm not 20 years old anymore. So what happens when you get into senior management? It's where was I? All right, so I think there's a lot of companies these days who preach this principle of, oh, you know what? It's just different skill sets. It's just, management is just a different career path. IC or technical leadership is just the different ways of achieving a next step in your career. And I think it's all bullshit. I think it is still always, in 90% of the cases, actual leadership, the managers, the directors, the VPs that get the money, and they have the promotion path. They make it's much more easy and clear for them to go forward. So yeah, I think
I think that's definitely true. I'm saying we need that alternative.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. You can say we need, world peace, but it's just as likely. Like
privacy, security, same. It's all the same.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I need is a big burger right now. Nope, it's not coming.
I think the problem also is the way corporations have structured their businesses, and it's coming to bite them in the ass now because competition is fierce. Competition is okay, Peter. The competition is fierce. And
hey, it's my principle, right?
It's not. If Lawrence, instead of being promoted, I can just leave. I can take a 10%, 20% promotion, or I can go jump ship after a year and make 50% more.
Interesting thing I read the other day, which was really kind of cleared this thing for, because we know it's true that jumping jobs is the easiest way to get a pay rise. Someone put it in this way. They said top percentage pay rise earned jumping jobs, 150%. Top pay rise earned in the best job I've ever had, 15%. I thought that's about right. Yeah, it's roughly 10 times the amount you can earn by just switching jobs. And you just can't get that inside a company.
No. And the way you could maybe get it inside a company is you present them with an offer that you've gotten from a different company. Now you've burned both bridges. And it's a two-way burn. The company doesn't trust you anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Because you've gone out and gotten a different offer. And you cannot trust them because if they counter, what's to stop them from, again, the bridge is burned. What's to stop them from saying, in a month, we found a replacement 50% off, and we just had you here so we could clandestine train them.
Like, a month or 6 months.
We're like shifting topics, but this is talked about a lot in like the work reform movement.
Right.
There's a great subreddit for work reform, kind of replaced the one that we won't talk about anymore. But they propose, or I've seen proposed there, the solution being start sharing salary information with your coworkers.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. As a British person, I find that very hard to contemplate.
Right, because in Europe, we do not talk about our political views. We do not talk about how much
SALARY.
We don't talk about anything, and we are very private because big old queen has drilled it into our heads. And no, we are very private people. We don't talk about that, which is fucking bullshit. I know, Peter, you were being sarcastic, but in America, it is similar. You don't talk about your pay. It is taboo to talk about your pay. Obviously, politically, completely opposite. Everyone loves spewing who they voted for. But in terms of a pay thing, it's been completely intertwined into the human psyche to not talk about how much money you make. And because if you make a lot of money, you're bragging, and if you make a little bit of money, you're like, I don't know, you're not. You don't have any tact, or you're poor, or whatever. Exactly.
Yeah, but you don't have to tell you don't know your own worth. Jesus Christ, man, come on.
Right.
Like, I don't accept anything less than 350K a day, because I know my own value. Okay, listen, and I'm not taking no shit from nobody. All right, I'll just walk out the door. That's it. Oh, I should do that in an American accent. Hey, y'all, I don't take. Oh God,
that's a Southern accent, Peter. Can you talk neutrally? Can you talk just like without talking?
What?
No,
like an American.
Like an American.
Yeah, speak English.
I don't think so.
No.
Just let it out.
Welcome to today's edition of the Not So Critical Update. No, that's still got a weird.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
That was pretty good.
I had proposed a while ago we should do a show about like the worst British actors trying to do American accents and the worst American actors trying to do British accents.
I think we should do a whole show where I do an American accent and you guys do British accents. Just like, when is April 1st? It's in a couple of weeks, right?
We'll have to see how that goes.
April 1st.
Yeah, do the whole like seven
I'll
episodes.
Just say Harry Potter lines. Harry Potter. Yeah.
I'll like catch up on my Mary Poppins.
He's doing a Russian accent. Okay, sorry.
Where were we? Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
the Peter principle.
Quit your job, get paid more, share your salaries.
Yeah. Once you become incompetent, just sit where you are. There's the Dilbert principle, by the way. Have you heard the Dilbert principle?
What is it?
That promotion is nature's way of moving incompetent people out of the way of the productive workflow.